Hey, what's up you guys, it's Known Self, and today we'll be talking about what to do after you beat the game. So, I made quite a few tutorials on how to beat the game, what to do in the game, how to build characters, but what do you do after you've gotten all that done? There's a couple different things you can do, and I'll try to point out as many as I can think of. There might be one or two things related to DLC, but most of it should be things you should be able to do regardless. So the first thing you could do after you've beaten the story mode, gotten all the time eggs, is come back to this area over here. Inside here, they should unlock different types of quests. Like these are the late game quests. I don't know if it's this guy or if it's the other one. Let me see. Go to time patrol. I don't think that's it. I think it might be this dude. It's one of these guys over here. And they'll get you... well, no, I don't think it's one of these. It might be... It shows a map. Like a mini map. Oh yeah, I think it's this little rift over here. I'll think about it. Well, if you've just beaten it, I believe there's a person that approaches you over here, and you'll have to talk to them before this opens up. And I think, yeah, this is the Zamazu stuff. If you talk to him, he'll have you fight Zamazu, and I think you have to fight him with a myriad of enemies, different companions and such. Here, I'll do it just to see what's going on. Your instructor and really give it your all. Yeah, and depending on which instructor you pick, depends on what kind of I think you have to do this particular mission with a bunch of different instructors until you can get them all filled up. I believe that's how it works. I might be thinking of a different one. Alright, we're back, and after that portal you get Fu over here. I don't think I like Fu very much. He's dragged me into a bunch of cutscenes. I'm hoping this doesn't either, but after you fight him, you can go with Fu, you can partner with Fu. Sure, go with partner. I wonder what go with Fu means. I don't know. Well, you can pick one of these and then you can do that. I'm gonna talk to this dude real quick. Tokipedia? Just to make sure. Peek at Tokipedia, just to see if I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, this is it right here. So basically, you have to, well, there's guides online and such, but basically you have to go through everything with the character that's shadowed. So since I had Goku for my first one, since I had him as my partner, he's not he's highlighted, or he shows up instead of being gray over here. So if I had him do the second part, I think he shows up here and here, so on and so forth. You'll have to look up all the different combinations, but there's plenty of... You basically just have to do the same mission over and over and over with the different peoples until you get to the very end. So that's just one thing you can do, which is pretty interesting, I guess. If you want something to do, you can go ahead and get all of those filled out. Back to the main area real quick. I forgot you can't fly over there. So that's over there by the Fu. Alright. Now that we're back in the city, the next thing we could do is right over here. You can do battling. I know you probably already, or may have already tried this out, but this is another thing you could do. Is you could go to the battle simulator, enter the Hero Coliseum, all that fun stuff, and then you can battle, I think you can battle the people, and you can also battle comms. I've only battled the comms because I'm not very good at this. I haven't invested in my decks or anything like that. I know if you get TP points, you can buy different capsules, and then they'll give you certain figures, and if I go to my figures, alright, you can see which ones I have. Like I said, I have not even touched this area very much. I've gotten like the basic ones, and I might go around doing this eventually, but this is another thing you could do if you want something to do. You can start collecting all the figurines. If you want a TP grind, I just use expert missions to get the TP and then buy the figurines that way. So that's one other thing you could do. Next thing you could do, which is a bit more interesting in my opinion, is raid bosses. If you come over to this giant pulsating ball of doom, you can click on it. You'll talk to Fu, which is below it as well. I think you can talk to him just the same. I'll give you a little rundown. I've already done it. I don't know why it's giving me another rundown, but I don't know. What's a double crystal raid? I know what a regular crystal raid is, but so basically what you are going to want to do, you could either attack a boss or you can be a boss, and I don't think you need any crystals to attack one. But if you're going to create a boss or be the boss of it, you need raid crystals. So if I just search for something, I can search all, I'll go in and I'll fight a boss, and you'll get a certain reward depending on how much damage you've done to the boss. If you've done, if you end up killing the boss, you actually get the best reward possible as well as the most rewards. If you get them like half health or to a certain time limit, you both get a bit of a bonus. I believe the boss even gets a bonus if there's a if you lengthen the time. I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. You get extra rewards, but either way, it gives you a bonus. And if you just like straight out die, you might get 1 or 2 things that aren't very good. But yeah, you can get some really cool armor pieces like the ones I'm wearing, the Zamazu outfit, and there's a couple other different ones that you can only get from raid bosses. So that's really fun, and you can get the crystals for the crystal raid boss from doing expert missions. The harder they are, the more you'll get. And that brings us to expert missions, which is another thing you can do late game. You might have already done quite a few of these just because you had to do some of them in order to progress, I believe. But there are some you don't need to actually do. Like, I've gotten up to 18, I believe. I don't know if that's the last one. I think it is. But you'll have to go ahead and beat this one. I don't know if there's any more. I think this might be the last one, but if there is, you'll have to do those as well. I think I just barely beat this one. I don't remember. But all of these are a bit difficult, and of course, like I said, they'll give you more. They'll give you a higher chance of getting the Demon Realm Crystal. That's what I meant. I don't know if they'll give you more. They'll just give you a higher chance of getting it. You'll also get different moves from them, like Super Spirit Bomb, Gigantic Key Blast, Focus Flash, and there's ones that have the weird symbols on them that look like they're blue and purple next to the ability. Actually mean that they're raid moves, so you can only use them during raid boss or crystal raid bosses. So you can attach them to a character or a preset. That way you have them during raid boss moves. Some of them are really powerful. That's why you want to use them, so on and so forth. Next thing you're going to want to do, you can do anyway, is you can go to parallel quests, and you can finish filling these all out. You don't have to do all of these, but if you're going for a completionist or you just have nothing to do, I haven't gotten them all done. As you can see, there's quite a few I haven't done, so I'll eventually go through these and probably finish them up as well. So you can go ahead, and if you want to, you can see all of them, get all the different moves from all of them, collecting all the moves and such. There's also new PQs, just DLC such. You don't have to have these, of course, but if you do have them, you can finish all of those. Those are a bit more difficult. I tend just to do the ones that I want to get the move from, or a certain thing from, so I have a lot of them that I haven't done yet, so you can do those as well. And also, I mean, you can just kind of relax and hang out, you know what I mean? If you're beating the game and you've done everything, and you've gotten all that stuff done, you don't even have to get all that stuff done. You can just hang around the lobby, chatting. You could go and PQ quests to help other people. A lot of people need help with their online parallel quests, leveling up, stuff like that. It's very nice to do and very helpful for other people. You could also do battles, which I'm not a big fan of. So over here is just a lot of people that do battle stuff. You go to online battles and punch and kick the crap out of people. I think that's pretty much it, unless I can think of something else. But yeah, that's pretty much it after you beat it. There's like one or two other things that you can do that aren't really paramount. Like you can go around to all of the different people and get all of their different emotes. All you have to do is start talking to all the NPCs around. They'll tell you where to get the emotes from. If you can't find them, you can always look online. Usually there's some really good guides on how to get all of the emotes. There's also the cloud if you don't already have it from dude that's up here somewhere. He flies around the city and he'll give you the cloud mount if you don't already have that as well. Besides that, you could collect Dragon Balls and do whatever. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you can think of anything else that you can do during after you've beaten the game, and if you have any other suggestions on what I should make, like maybe guides on beating Crystal Raid bosses or anything of that kind of deal, just let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.